No, then I had my brothers. We lived in Southside. That's a DP camp. That's a DP camp. The Americans supplied food for us.
That's where they disinfect you or something?
No. A DP camp, like displaced persons.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So they were Americans. They gave us food. Of course, we ate good food then.
Right.
Yeah. So, yes. So Joe worked also in the kitchen. Yeah, and then we had food. We had. And then Zaida's sisters, one sister, she was two sisters. You know, you meant and Jean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Her sister, they came from Russia. They were in Russia during the war, because they were running away.
Mm-hmm.
So we all lived together, and Jean's sister, she was cooking for us. I didn't know how to boil water even, because what is there to cook? There was nothing to cook.
Yeah.
When I came to America, I remember the first time I made noodles. Instead of straining the strain, it went in the sink. I didn't know even how to do that. I didn't know a thing. Nothing. So
well, now you can cook an egg.
yeah, positive. Yeah, you have to know how to cook an egg. It's funny, we're laughing now, but who would think then that I'm gonna live that long?
No.
See, it's I don't know. It's a blessing.
Well, survival of the fittest.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Survival of the fittest.
yeah, it's true. The strongest.
Yeah.
Strongest survive. Yeah. Well.
So what happened in the third concentration camp?
That's the third concentration camp. I said to the commander.
You spent most of the time in Bergen, Belgium, though, right?
Bergen-Belsen. We were 6 weeks in Bergen-Belsen.
Oh.
We were sleeping in tents.
Yeah.
And it was a rainy season. It was September. It was raining.
Mm.
The straw was wet.
Yeah.
And you slept on it. It was cold.
Oh, really?
You had nothing to cover yourself. Yeah, we had the shower.
It must have been cold by then, though.
Of course it was cold.
Yeah, October, yeah? It was like October?
September, it was September.
September, yeah, October,
yeah,
right.
September, October, yes, yeah, October. Rainy. And we went under the shower. 1 minute, you just wet yourself out because the other ones are waiting.
Oh.
Yeah, never had a shower. Who had a shower there? And in the third concentration camp, we brought water out from the outside. It was cold. It was October, November already. It was very cold. Mm-hmm. But everybody wanted that cold water to be the first one to wash.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we survived. Mm-hmm. Because we washed ourselves till the half every morning. So maybe that strengthened us.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Because we walked in the snow. We had a little dress about that thin, and a little coat that thin. That's what they wore.
Oh.
And the shoes, I told you, yeah? They had flopping sole.
Right.
We walked in the snow. 5 o'clock in the morning.
So this was in the third concentration camp by then?
Yeah, third concentration. He said, nothing is deliberate. As soon as we get something, we'll give it to you. Understand? But nothing came because the railroads were bombed.
Right.
So he said the soldiers can't get it either. So, yeah, but he tried. In the end, he said, try not to eat everything. Remember, try to share it. To a little bit at a time, he said.
Yeah, because then
he said, the Americans are coming. That's what he said.
Yeah, because if you ate too much, then you die.
Oh yeah, after what, people.
Yeah, they ate a lot and they died.
No, the women were running around. They went to Germans. Whatever they ate there, they ate, of course.
Yeah.
And of course the stomach, they had diarrhea for days and days and days. Because you ate and your stomach was not used to it.
Right.
Right? Yeah, so many of them, because they were running out.
They died from overeating.
They didn't die, no. They were sick.
But they got
had
sick
diarrhea.
Yeah, but some of them died from overeating.
Some of them, so they got sick from overeating and some of those people died.
They didn't die by us. Not by us. They didn't die.
I thought you said that if you eat too much, you're going to die.
Yeah, no. They had diarrhea for so many days that they had to take them to the hospital. That's how bad it was. Because you're so hungry, where do you go? To Germans.
Yeah, but the war was still on, so
No,
who
the
took
war
them to
was
the
over.
hospital?
The war was over.
Oh.
The war was
So by
over.
then the war
that
was over.
the 45, May 45. May 45. May 14, 45. Yeah. And before the English people came. And then they replaced by the Americans. The Americans, many were Jewish also. So, yeah, so they talked about it, and because the others didn't understand Jewish, because we only know two languages, Polish and Yiddish.
Right.
So Yiddish they understood.